Now a second down throw for Winston. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think
now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Clemson, Cordray Tankersley. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And Stills over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. For the Dolphins, they'll be building up those frequent flyer miles the next month or so. Week 2, they're at the Chargers in the debut of the StubHub Center, then at the Jets. Then they fly to London to face the Saints in Week 4. Finally, then, back to Miami to host the Titans in Week 5.
I feel the jet lag already.
Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Gerald McCoy breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Gerald McCoy's game just translates no matter who is calling the defenses and what defense he lines up in. Inside, outside, his ability to rush the passers is just significant for Tampa Bay.
So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Going for it all. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills, 26 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Charles Harris in there to drop him. And that will go into the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Second down, Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Martin. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now Jameis on second down. Goes underneath to Martin. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Martin. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Following the penalty, Martin. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Now Winston. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. And the Redskins have scored to swing back in front. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. picked up by Xavier Howard. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. So they were in field goal range, a chance to get this one to OT. Got a little greedy going for the win, cost him the game. Not just a little greedy, now a little lost because of what ended up happening. Just what you stated there, they're in field goal range. Instead of getting conservative, they decided to press it, maybe try and win it right now. Instead, the whole thing backfired. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do? Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly. Yep, two-score game. Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there. Back to it after the pick six. Winston. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Charles Harris in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Obviously a tough spot here. They need a lot of luck to win this game, but still a small chance. They've got to make sure they get the ball to the sidelines, get out of bounds, preserve clock. Winston to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did. I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot. That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. On second down, Martin. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. One last shot now for Winston. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special. It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player. So for Miami, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.